Welcome! I am the Moonshin King, and today I had some pickly thoughts when I was climbing out of some tapestry this morning in the spooky graveyard that I call a hometown. I saw badgers and geese and cauliflowers sprinkled with, the eye of the alligator. I was wondering about the weather, how sunny and how rainy it can be in the span of minutes and time of the universe. And then it occurred to me there was something called inflation poster that I stepped on my foot. On the pavement there were cracks, and as I clicked on the crack, it split and the poster was revealed. And it said one day a donut could be $10,000. And I asked the shopkeeper of the candy store, could this be true that the donut could be $10,000? And he was so concerned. And I was so baffled why he was eating a pear while he was on work duty. And it was like a chocolate pear with strawberry pieces stuck on it. And I was so baffled as he was munching on it. But tears were pouring out of his eyes onto the pear. And that explained why it was so wet to me. But he wore a pointy hat and a long button witch nose. So he had many customers who were all gawping at him with their phones out recording, because he was also dressed like a ballerina, and it said inflation is coming on his forehead, and everyone was laughing at him, but he did not seem aware of what was going on. People were taking the food from the store. He didn't even know or stop them to know. I think there was one camera, but someone simply turned it away from facing the produce, so it faced the opposite wall on the left. So they changed it 90 degrees perpendicular, so the camera could not see nothing, and people were sneaking out their Dorito, their soda, their diaper, their braces, and all sorts of, miscellaneous creatures. But we had a very interesting discussion in the store because he was very quirky about his interests. He knew where he was going with it, but the donut presented many dilemmas for him, because just in that one little example, we got a whole plethora of dynamics of discussion. And so he knew about economic material. He knew about potential velocity in the kingdom that he came from. But one day it could be this way, everywhere, every day. The donut is spicy for sure, but it may not always be this way. It may be sweet and salty with toffee and cream, but not always the economics of inflation. You need a toffee hammer to beat the toffee of it. Inflation. It's such a huge oracle of eye-opening spectacle what we are going through in this kingdom right now. We cannot all be Willy Wonka. He had, rest in peace to him, he had ingenious invention. He would have been a great help to us in our society at this moment. But sadly, he is not here today to help us with this inflation issue. The only way that I can see that was explained by the man in the donut, no, not the store. I don't, it did sell donuts, but it was not the type that I like because of this inflation that is happening. So, I like pineapple on my donut. They had none because it's too expensive to import the donut onto it. So the spiky time was coming immediately, and basically we had a whole debate about it in the store, and he admired my face of my scarf. He admired my hat, and I admired his nose. And that's how we grew a friendship today. So I wanted to share with you this info because there are solutions to the dying donut that we are seeing. And there is a hope for the spicy time that we are seeking. And it could be coming if we battle this now, because otherwise it won't be so easy to do it. I know there are many enemies among you, but you must execute your dilemma very suspiciously. So, it's about the dollar, how it compounds, how the value is added by the green goblins that they do. They add the gold to the rainbow pot, and the value goes down over and over and over and over again. So, the clouds are parting, but there may be a lot of danger currently. And it may take many years because people are sublime. And they give these energy that we cannot see right now. It's called a pomegranate for a reason. Because it has so many seeds of doubt. But they are juicy, but they are also a pain to get through because it's so picky on your finger. So, inflation, these are my solution that was suggested by him. He was called, I don't remember his name. I will get his name wrong actually, so I will not bother. But he had a name for sure. He had a skin color, and he had a width to him, and an obesity to him. But, we can't let this get through, part us our ways. We can't let this divide us. He literally looked inflated. No, the opposite. Yes, the opposite. Expanded. No, I don't know. What I think inflated is if you make bigger, is it? If you inflate a balloon. Yes, deflate is make smaller and inflate is to make bigger. So he looked very extremely inflated. His face and his nose and his body. His finger looked like sausages. But this was a good thing for him because this allowed him to know information about the economic survival of our cities. And it gives you something that a degree cannot give you. To have all of this, So he knew things that I was so amazed to hear from him because of the sausage fingers that he is equipped with and part of the nature of him. So I just wanted to talk about this and give you Thoughts below, thank you. Farewell, my munchins.